Guys, I want to share a strategy I'm still extremely bullish about that I just closed the loop on. You'll see what I'm here, but it is basically a book that is made with the advice of 15 to 100 CEOs, right? So, what I did, I launched an email campaign exactly mentioning, let me share my screen here. I launched a cold email campaign to get these CEOs to answer in my book. So using like their brain and their content, which happens to be pretty good, right? And the email would say, "Hey, I'm launching this Kindle book with 15 CEO advice, and I want you to be uh, in in featured in the book," right? So I sent them to this Google form here with their asking them their email, their full name, um, the permission, right? The quick intro. And there's 10 questions, which are Tim Ferriss like. So I asked ChatGPT to come up with 10 questions that are GPT like. And yeah, I got 15 CEOs to answer in a short amount of time. The thing is, I would redo that strategy, but with less questions. And let's cover the why behind this strategy, why it's genius is that after you're well, first they take charge of the content, right? And AI is good, but humans, especially like top humans, they will always give like better advice than GPT for a very long time, right? So from a content standpoint, it is genius. Then what I did is I contacted all these people on LinkedIn saying that the book is online, and guess what they'll do? They'll promote it, right? And they'll promote my brand and my image. The cool thing with that is that it's automated. The total time I invested into this whole process, probably 1 hour. I always value my time at like 1 to 5K an hour. Ideally, would be like 10K, and that hour invested will surely bring me way more than 1 to 2K, right? So every video that I make is like an obsession with time and return on investment in terms of which growth hack you can apply. So these CEOs, they will share the book. The book, I mean, people will buy it, right? If they have Kindle, it will be free. I'll actually put it on the Kindle special program here. I'll just show you how to do that real quick so that people can get it for free. Um, Enroll in KDP Select. You select so that people can see like the. Okay, so now it is in Kindle Select, so people can, if they have, uh, yeah, Kindle Unlimited, they can view the book for free. Some will also pay me, right? Because the promotion won't be forever, and it depends on the country, etc., etc. DCLs, they might put it on their LinkedIn, and yeah, just free traffic for me. Plus, in that book, I promote my companies, right? I promote my podcast. I promote Book Write GPT, which was used to help to write that book. So that's my SaaS here. And on every page, on every footer, it's like, hey, this book was written by Book Write GPT, because we took all of these answers in this form here. We fed it to my AI, and the AI wrote like, not sure if you know, like the 5 a.m. Club book by Robin Sharma, but that's the style of book it did. And yeah, the last step of this is messaging these CEOs one by one. And I think it's way more original to connect with these folks that way. It's a link that will stay, right? So they might embark in my funnel, quote unquote. They might come on my podcast, they might become clients and so forth. And it's just cool to have someone ask you like about your advice with great Tim Ferriss like questions, right? So I will deploy more of these campaigns. The next campaigns I might have the questions directly featured in the email, not even in a form, right? And I would just copy paste their responses in a document or auto send them to a document of some kind so that I can even save more time. Keep in mind, you can eventually charge for such books. It's not the I'm not the first guy that tried that, right? Like Brian Tracy certainly did try to do that back then. Not sure his degree of success, but you also need to be careful with the content itself if it's good or not. So next book that I would deploy, I would ask the AI agent, is this content fulfilling these conditions, right? Short and sweet, actionable, great story, um, well written, well put, right? And if not, like just not feature it and or rewrite it. in some kind of way. So yeah, quite bullish on this strategy. Like a bunch of CEOs will share back with their audience, and I think it's fully scalable from a content perspective. It doesn't take a lot of time and can lead to great things. A lot of these CEOs also keep a note. Some of them are great writers, but they don't want to come on a podcast because they're not sure of what they'll say. My podcast is live, and they're sort of anxious about that. While in a written version, they have the time to exactly communicate what they want to communicate. So some of them will accept the book, but will not accept the podcast, which is why I always advise to have an inventory of offers. There's always one offer for one specific person that is super win-win and that they will accept. So that's it for this short growth hack about cold emailing CEOs to have them in a book and use them to promote the whole book. Hope you guys can apply that one.